Hello, and welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play video with me, Elven Dragon. So last episode we worked on the basement of our fossil restoration lab, partially in an attempt to properly light this place up, and if that zombie is anything to go by, we evidently failed at doing that. We started last episode working our way through geological time, starting with the Cambrian, and today we are going to move on to the Ordovician. But before we get into that, I want to update our mural a little bit here and move all of these down one block. So we will have a top layer of this blue terracotta here for most of the way. And then for these last three, we will switch to lime terracotta. Now, part of the reason we are making this shift is to add in the eras instead of just the periods. So the blue terracotta is representing the Paleozoic, and the lime terracotta is representing the Mesozoic. So now that it is time for us to put in our animals, we don't really have space down here to put the animals from the Ordovician. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to put some tanks up out in the bay. And I was hoping to do a tunnel right here, but evidently this is still above the dirt. I think maybe we'll have to stick it here under the stairs. Let's see. That curve down. Let's replace those with stairs. And that will... Can we? And we can do that one as a stair. Yeah, okay. And then staircase down. I think with polished andesite. And that will curve out and go towards the bay. Alright, so I'm going to need some stairs. Alright, stairs. Let's just grab a stack. And do that. And 6 of those. You know what? We're probably going to need some more, because I almost certainly miscounted, and you need to be reset anyway, so yoink. So I've decided to use this time where I'm digging out this tunnel to talk a little bit about the Earth during the Ordovician. So during the Ordovician, a lot of invertebrates dominated the sea life, mostly arthropods and cephalopods. So the early ancestors of crabs and octopuses and squids. We also see the emergence of the first reef-building corals. So during the Cambrian, corals were mostly solitary, but now they are forming calcite skeletons, which is what a lot of the coral reefs that we see in the world today is made of. We also may have the first jaw fish evolving during this time, but life still has not yet moved onto land. However, near the end of the time period, we see the first land plants appearing, and their appearance may have caused a spike in atmospheric oxygen, which was very low before this time. And that spike in oxygen may have caused massive glaciation events at the end of the Ordovician, which caused the second worst mass extinction in terms of percentage of life that went extinct in Earth's history. Alright, so our tunnel here is completely done. I think I may want to raise the roof here by another block, just to give it a bit more open feel. But if we ignore the massive pile of tridents there, we also have this nice glass tunnel here that goes all the way out to the edge of the tank. We've basically just followed the same pattern that we've done for our tunnel and the floor inside the lab out here, but instead of andesite, we have glass. So this runs out to the back wall here of the tank, where it will continue on to the next tank as soon as we get that built up. So now all that remains is to get the animals in here. However, they need a little bit more time to grow up. Let's make a quick detour. Alright, so although the first land plants started appearing during the Ordovician, we don't see them evolving beyond liverworts and mosses until the Silurian. However, we need to get our plants started in here early. That way we have them ready as soon as we start getting into animals that are going up onto land. So we're going to need to put a few different types of plants in here on various grow shelves. Have one here. And let's see, let's put another set of cycads over here. Start growing. I think we're going to have 2 of them over here. And part of the reason we are doing cycads is because as we go later in geological time, they start to dominate the plant life. Now before that, we are going to need some scale trees. And those were common during the Carboniferous, which we will get to later. But I want to get these cycads in first. Don't think I like how it is with that. Let's see. No. So let's take out this top level of leaves. And I think we're just going to put a single oak leaf on top of that one. Now, let's see, let's get some horizontal chains up here. And we will hang some sea lanterns on those. Provide light. Do that every other block, or every 3 blocks. Rather. Let's put a third one over here. And then block of andesite. And fence going down. I think that looks alright. Then here, put trap doors along the side. I guess that looks okay. We have the space, we can do this instead. Then we'll put a grow light here. So row 2 will be here. Means we'll have another set of grow lights here. Get that one in there. I made that uneven. Okay. So let's shift that down 1. Not too big of a deal. Alright, so we'll put sea lanterns in there for now. Probably switch those out for end rods once I can. Let's see, let's put these horizontal chains in here. because we are now in 1.16.100. Yeah, I think that looks pretty okay. And on there we will grow some of our smaller plants. Put some of that up there. We'll have one starting to grow down. And let's move that one. Space there. Over in this corner, I think we will put our water-based plants. Let's get some dirt here and water. And that will allow us to plant some reeds, which we will use sugarcane for. Although not actual reeds, these will just stand in for really any water-based plant. See if we can waterlog these again. I know there was a time we could. Let's see. Nope. Oh well. It was a thought. You know, let's change these out for stairs. There we go. That looks better. I think that might be just about all of the plants that we are going to put in here. Probably put another grow rack, maybe another area like this for growing more cycads and some ferns. So you can put actual ferns in here. Hold on a minute. Is it not costing me bone meal to grow these ferns double high? Oh! That's weird. Alright, so let's mark out a nice big area here for growing ferns. Then we will put a few of these in here, grow some of these. Be nice big tall ferns. Need a few more in there. It's weird, it doesn't seem to be using bone meal to grow the ferns up tall. So let's go and get these things some light. I think we will actually hang sea lanterns down. And we'll make this one just regular granite. 2 and lantern. There we go. Now I think our first animal should be ready to go into the tank. Let's head back over there and check it out. Alright, so our first animal from the Ordovician is Lunatesbus, which is the earliest known member of the horseshoe crab family. Its fossils were found in Manitoba, Canada. And what is really interesting is horseshoe crabs have not changed all that much throughout their history. Most of what has changed is this back part here has gone from being unfused to fused in modern species. And they've also gotten bigger. The most modern horseshoe crabs are about 24 inches or 60 centimeters in length, but a lot of these early horseshoe crabs were only about an inch long, and something very interesting about them is they aren't technically crabs. They belong to a different group called Xiphosaura, which is more closely related to spiders. So because the modern descendants of these horseshoe crabs look almost identical, horseshoe crabs are considered to be living fossils. So our next animal from the Ordovician that we have in here is Endocerus, which is a type of orthocone, which are basically a type of straight-shelled nautiluses, and some of these orthocones grew to be incredible lengths. There is one that is about 3 meters as it is preserved, but it is estimated to be about 5.7 meters, which is about 18.7 feet long. However, there is an unconfirmed report of a 30-foot shell that was apparently destroyed. So it's possible that the full-grown Endoceruses were ambush predators that lied in wait on the sea floor, so they really only moved when it was necessary for them to. However, younger individuals may have been more active hunters, but as is everything with the behavior of extinct animals, we just don't know. We don't have a time machine to go back and see how these animals lived. Our third animal in here is Arundaspis, which is a early jawless fish that is one of the earliest known vertebrates or animals with a backbone. The front of its body here recovered with hard plates that may have served it some protection from predators, as it was only about 6 inches long or 15 centimeters, and it was quite likely a filter feeder. So those are our 3 animals from the Ordovician that we have in here. So that is going to be it for today. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and consider subscribing. And I will catch you all in the next one. Goodbye.